Hello boys, and Samantha, hi. Today we're gonna be talking about the Kuva Ogris because it has one of the best skins in the entire game. So I want to make it work, obviously. Now, since this is a lich weapon, the only way to get it is to vanquish a lich that's wielding it, and please do get a better bonus than me, 25% radiation. Oof. Kuva Ogris has an interesting set of stats. It's a primary rocket launcher that has bugger all crit and very high status chance. Most of the damage comes from the rocket explosion, which does primarily blast damage, but there's still a decent amount of slash and puncture on it as well. The explosion here is very large, 7.9 meters at base, which is humongous, but the fall off is also very harsh at 80%. But by far the worst thing about the Kuva Ogris is its ammo. It has very low ammo reserves and atrocious ammo pickup. So if you want to make it work and actually use it in missions, it needs to do a lot of damage, otherwise you're going to be out of ammo all the time. I hope we can make this work because the Unreal Tournament rocket launcher skin is sick. I must be running low on adapters at this point, I've used so many. You could probably run something else, maybe Dexterity, definitely not Deadhead on something like this, but Merciless is gonna be nice, easy way to stack damage, and the reload speed is actually quite lovely as well. Start with Galvanized Chamber. Ooh, choppy. Okay. I don't know if you want Galvanized Aptitude. I don't know if this works on Nightwatch Napalm or not. Why is it so choppy? I want to start off with the Mech Special because of the radiation bonus, so let's get High Voltage and Malignant Force. Radiated Reload, which is actually gonna provide a lot more radiation damage than we usually get on mech specials, plus it also speeds up the reload even further. And we top it all off with Thermite Rounds. Tons of status. Pretty good damage distribution. This might actually be good. We definitely want to run Nightwatch Napalm. This adds a ton of DPS, especially as you start overlapping it. Someone's messaging me, let's get Bright Firestorm as well. And we're gonna top it all off with Vigilante Supplies for some mutation, because this weapon does not work without mutation. I think we can start off with Steel Path, so let's go. And hope that it's okay. Oh my god, that is big. We're gonna have to change the energy color on this. The damage is okay. It's not tremendous though. If you're looking for a really deep, like dark black color, the one from Fear is very good. I want to add more damage to this, so let's switch Thermite Rounds for Hellfire. We lose some status, but we get more heat, which is nice. How much status do we get from regular aptitude? Not a lot, but I mean, I don't think Galvanized Aptitude works on Napalm anyway. Let's also add Herald into the mix for a bit of extra priming. That's gonna help a lot. There we go, that's better. It's still not amazing, but we're getting there. See, this is the problem with running a setup with ramp up on a weapon that has no ammunition. Like, I'm so worried, like I'm almost out of ammo and I've only just begun to ramp up. It seems okay now, but I'm still worried about the ammo situation. This is one of the weapons that got hit really hard with the ammo changes on explosive weapons. I think we're gonna need Carrier. I still have ammo, which is nice, but I'm constantly worried. Like every single shot I take, I have to consider whether or not I actually wanna fire. That's not fun. Let's do a little bit of a thingamabob. Let's switch Vigilante Supplies for Ammo Drum so that we have more spare ammo. Then we switch over to Carrier and we make sure that we give him Hellstrom for priming Viral. And this gives us even more max ammo and mutation. This is a bit of a weird build. I'm probably gonna have to redo this at some point. And I also don't like the ramp up, so I think, I don't know if this is necessary, but I think we're gonna switch Firestorm for Serration and try that. No point testing this in the simulacrum, so let's do an actual mission. Oof, 19 rounds. That's still not a lot. See, the problem here is that the mech special was made to counter armor, but because it strips its own armor, right? And then you have the corrosive and radiation. But because this doesn't hit very often, outside of Napalm, it doesn't really do that, so I think we're gonna have to provide armor strip from another source. Yeah, this is gonna need a lot of help. Ammo seems to be okay-ish. It's not tremendous, but we're not running out, which is nice. Well, this is gonna be a mess. Come here. Or maybe not? Ooh! Okay, maybe not. That's not half bad. I did have to drop an ammo pizza, but that was pretty good. I want to try something. Hold up. Let's take these out. Shuffle this over here. And bam! Big vital and big heat. Heh. Do I really... Yeah, let's just put it on. Let's put on a paid mod. And let's try an endless mission instead of like an exterminate. You know what? This is actually pretty good. Ammo is super solid. There's actually ammo on the ground, which is nice to see. It's just that it needs a lot of help. On its own, it's like okay-ish. It doesn't really work in Steel Path, but if you provide armor strip and you have carrier for the mutation and all that, it's not too bad. You could probably get away with running a hound and just putting ammo mutation on the weapon. It's gonna be sketchier than it is with carrier and ammo drum, but I think it will work. I expected acolytes to be considerably worse, but as long as you keep them in your napalm and you hit them with the rocket explosion and you hit close to them so the fall-off doesn't kick in, it's actually quite nice. I really want to put Primed Firestorm back in because it helps with the fall-off a lot. The ramp-up is gonna be worse, but I think we can get away with it. I hate paint mods. Corrupted are actually much nicer because most of the units you run into early on are considerably weaker than like the Grenier units, so this actually feels very nice. I'm liking this. Yeah, when you find a good room and you carpet bomb it with napalm, it feels pretty damn nice. I could get used to this. I would prefer if I didn't have to use napalm and just have really strong rockets that do a lot of damage, but you know, this is basically as good as it gets. If you're like a Harrow player though, I would absolutely tilt this more towards crit and just go for big rocket explosions. And let's top it all off with a Corpus test as well. This probably feels the best actually. Out of the three setups, you know, the Corrupted, the Grenier, and now the Corpus. Infested would probably be very good as well, but you know, Infested, even in Steel Path, are not that difficult to take down. Hold up, look at the reload. Oh, it's so good! Come on, get some more violence, son. Yeah, when you keep it in the napalm and it keeps sticking down and then you give it a few rockets on top of that, yeah, the DPS is actually not bad. I've seen much worse. So here's the final build for the Kuva Ogris, and it needs a lot of help. On the weapon itself, we run Galvanized Chamber for multi-shot, Primed Firestorm for more AoE, Nightwatch Napalm for massive damage over time. Then we have a faction mod, just so we get another multiplier in there, Hellfire for heat damage, Rifle Aptitude for status chance, and Primed Cryo rounds with Infected Clip for a ton of vital. We're also running Ammo Drum in the Exiles, though you can replace this with Ammo Mutation if you want to run a different pet, as well as Primary Merciless for base damage and reload speed. That is not all though, because if you're gonna go with this specific setup, you are going to need carrier for mutation, and if you're gonna fight armored factions, you need to bring some armor strip. In this case, we use 2 Emerald Archon shards in combination with Scarab Swarm. This weapon really didn't need to get hit by the explosive ammo changes anywhere near as hard as it did. This isn't some kind of a busted AoE explosive mama jamma that deletes entire tile sets with a single click of your mouse. Not without a lot of help anyway. Yes, you can make it crit if you're running Harrow or Citrine or Arcane Avenger or something like that, but as it is, the weapon isn't too crazy. It's just an explosive rocket launcher that has good status. That's not that good of a combination. It would have been far better if it had a lower status but higher crit. I'm actually having a hard time recommending this. Yeah, the skin is cool and the weapon works, but it needs a lot of help, so like, do give it a shot if you think it's cool or you like the skin. And as always guys, I thank you very much for watching and I hope you've enjoyed the video. I would also like to extend a special thank you to all the channel members. Thank you very much guys, I really appreciate your support, it means a lot to me. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.